One moment. Alright. So today I am playing Pizza Tower. Like I mentioned before, I am Italian, so it's appropriate, I suppose. In fact, I just got finished eating some of my grandmother's, well, not her spaghetti, but some shells made with her sauce. I can continue. Sense anyway. So, for those of you who don't know, Pizza Tower is inspired by Borderlands, some of the Borderlands games. Specifically, it's probably more so heavily inspired by Borderlands 4. You can hear it in the soundtrack. Particularly the part at the end of the level when you need to go back and escape the level, which we'll see in a bit. You can see the dash mechanic, which is very reminiscent of Wario's Dash in the Wario games. Of course, the backtracking and escaping the level on a time limit is also reminiscent of Warland 4, and as well as Warland Shake It. Let me see if I can just dash through there. In particular, this does seem like it might be made for speedrunning. Do this and get through a tutorial. Controls here might take some getting used to. I will say this is more complex than the Wario games, at least in my estimation. I get the feeling that this could easily go poorly. if you're not used to the game. I'm not going for any E ranks here, by the way. Oh. I feel like I should have had that. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Not really sure how the grabbing mechanic works just yet. How the wall dashing and such. Alright, this turn is going to be a little... going to be tight. Of course. Actually, come to think of this, was this also inspired by Sonic? How is it? Do I hold up? I wasn't paying attention, I thought I should hold down. Not getting any P ranks here, not today. Why is it letting me climb only sometimes? I need to jump. So here's John Pillar. So he'll be at the end of every level, and you destroy him to start the countdown, and then you return. Doesn't look like there's a time limit this time. Let's see if I can get through this without this being a total fiasco. So I mentioned this was inspired by Wario Land. Some of the Wario games. What might not be readily apparent, I'm pretty sure this is also inspired by not only Wario Land 3, but also, or excuse me, not only 4, but also 3, I think. And the reason for that is I don't think you can really die in this outside of, I guess, you can get caught by Pizza Face at the end of levels. I think there might be a secret here, it kind of looks like it. basically couldn't die. So, for example, bosses, you could, if you could get sent out of the arena and have to start it over. And in order to, clear those levels, you would, search for shot-colored keys, and treasure chests. And so we take the keys from the treasure chest and they give different treasures. And basically you needed to find certain treasures in order to progress throughout the game. You know, I guess there's been a trend in recent years in terms of indie games. So, I mean, there's been some indie games where they've been sort of mimicking old games. So that's an example of there's something over here. Keeper is probably over the ground. So just an example. Another example would be, say, Bug Fables, clearly taking inspiration from Paper Mario. Paper Mario was a the original one was a fun game. That's my favorite, I would say. Well, maybe I don't need to outsource the sucking to my sister. I wasn't as big a fan of, say, Thousand Year Door. Granted, I think I was kind of playing that game wrong. Because, so in the original Paper Mario, there was a cat on all the stats. And technically there is in the 2000 Year Door, but it's much, much higher. So what I would do is I would just increase. I like this song. Increase the HP into like 20 more. But that wasn't really an option 1,000 years to load because the cap was something ridiculous. So I basically just went through the game not properly. I was a fan of the original Super Mario, and it's a pity how the series went in terms of sticker stars and such. Trivializing the gameplay. There wasn't really much of a reason to do the battle. Basically, ignore any non-mandatory battle. Yeah, I'm not going for the second lap. What are some other indie games that are... I recently played Ender Lily, which... I'm not sure I would say that's really too heavily inspired. I mean, it's a Metroidvania. Can't think of anything else off the top of my head. But I have at least one other example, I just can't remember what it is. Gauge. Actually, here's another thing that I think is reminiscent of I don't know, let me think if this was really present in Wario Land 4. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Because I remember Wario catching on fire and that. So the transformations. So Wario could have basically special power-ups, which that transformation there was rather reminiscent of that. The light transformation. In the Wario games, so Wario he could transform into a vampire, a zombie, transform and that's actually part of the way. I lost my train of thought. I think, oh yeah, it was part of the way, kind of. It was that you could have a game without taking damage. So instead of actually, let me just give an example. So in one of the early stages, instead of damaging Wario, it would transform into Spring Wario. But doing that would doing that would basically cause Wario to jump out of the arena. So you weren't damaged, but if you got hit, you had to go back to the beginning. It was this Daruma, or however you say it. The Darumaka, whatever Pokemon, or baseball. This is level 2. Granted, indie games tend to be a lot of times more challenging. It's a shame, I guess, the state of modern video games. I think when video games became more popular, here I am with a hipster take. When they became more popular, I think they lost some of their soul, for lack of a better description. And they became more, well, they became more corporate, I think, and more pandering to, I guess, casual audiences. Maybe I shouldn't be talking right now. Goes somewhere, although the question is it just I think maybe stuff like Pokemon, I mean, the wider audience in terms of, I guess, caring about their fan base. Since they have all this other bigger audience. This bigger audience that they can just rely on for money. I actually saw a video not too long ago about they had worked really hard on Black and White 2. Or, excuse me, the Gen 5, Black and White, I guess Black and White 2. That game didn't do particularly well. So, I mean, why bother working hard when it's not going to pay off? And I mean, that was the last time we had stuff like the Pokemon World Tournament, we haven't seen rotation battles or what is it? Triple battles, I don't think, since then. Why is it Priest purifying light status? I think I might be improving here. I mean, not P rank improving, but and I do think after Gen 5 is when we really started to see it flying. I mean, hopefully things are going in some of the right direction in terms of Scarlet and Violet and the Legends series now. Granted, I guess it can be a bit hard to be optimistic. And I'm not sure. I don't know if we'll necessarily ever get back. And again, this might be a bit pessimistic, but get back to the days of where we were still seeing good games on a regular basis in terms of I don't know where I'm going with this. Besides cynicism. Actually, on a personal note, Wario Land 3, so I didn't have this half Wario Land 3, but it's interesting because so I had given the game to my dad to hold on to, and it wound up getting going through the washer, and it still mostly worked. Just the battery had come loose. So I couldn't actually save anymore. So that was a shame, but it still worked otherwise. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not sure if they necessarily make games even as sturdy as they used to anymore. There's the old joke about stuff being made out of Nintenium. Game Boy that apparently survived being bombed or something. The screen was just replaced. Mind you, then there you have my Game Boy Color that broke just from being old. Oh boy. Okay, that was cutting it close. Want that to do that again. How many levels are in this world? Oh, these are the achievements. I have enough boss speed at least. Let's see. Other levels though. That's not ominous. So we can come back to the boss sword later. Let's see if we can get through some other levels first. Speaking of tricky. Found a couple of secrets in this, but not a ton, I guess. Actually, come to think of it, I think these things are reminiscent of the, I guess for lack of a better description, hidden levels in Warhammer 4. I think it was, you could go down these purple pipes, and they would take you to special areas where you could get money or whatever, or something. Alright, which way is progress versus which way is Yeah, but in case it's not obvious, I've been playing video games for quite some time. It's like if I played Wario Land 3 when it was in the original format. What was that other game I was thinking of? So wait a minute. There's gotta be a secret over there. The Wario inspiration, you can even tell from the soundtrack. So the best example I would say would be the song when you're exiting the level. You can actually hear what even sounds like the bell chimes from Wario Land 4 when you're exiting the level in that. I think I heard, though, that it wasn't actually sourced from the game for legal issues. Or legal reasons. But it does sound quite a bit like that. I feel like I'm above average when it comes to video games. Just not on the level of frame perfect, glitches, or whatever. There's gotta be something over there. I do feel like I can recognize certain things. I guess this might be an okay example of that. When something looks suspicious. Something over there, I guess, so... Why we're not running now? I did not mean 5. I feel like this game is harder than it looks. Of course, the guy playing video games is going to make this It was fine. I don't know if you heard my mom in the background. What's the matter?
Why is there an empty container in the fridge?
Oh, you mean from the sauce?
Yes.
I mean, knowing you, aren't you going to want to use it for the dog's dog food?
Okay. Aren't you cold, Nick?
I'll be fine. Oh, good. Let's see if I can actually manage to clear this. Sorry, I have to get the feeling that it's a good thing that progress to the next boss. Without clearing. Unforgiving. Really? Okay, Alright, well, let's hope I can get to the level quick enough. Meeting the beginning. So much for that. Let's go try the one with the skull and crossbones. I'm sure this one will be much easier to clear. Have a little bit more sympathy towards less players. I've been thinking lately, if I do experiments at home, I am, in many ways, a real-life mad scientist. I mean, I will oftentimes introduce myself as a resident mad scientist. I want to make a chemical called ethylene. Ethylene is a plant hormone that is actually produced by bananas. How do I get in there? Forget it. So it's produced by bananas in a relatively large amount compared to other plants, for example. That actually led to, in high school, what I refer to now as simply the banana incident. But the point being, so I want to make ethylene for an experiment I haven't and one way to do that is to mix ethanol with a strong acid. The thing is, depending on the acid, you can potentially have other reactions going on as well. So in order to avoid that, I'm thinking... I don't know if this is... I think this is possible to just, at least in some context, make what is basically just a solution of hydronium ions. So basically that would just be basically a solution of hydrogen. It's hydronium, so pH. pH is the hydrogen ions say you have hydrochloric acid, there's still that chloride ion that balances out the charge, the positive hydrogen ion. No, I'm a scientist. So there's still that balancing, even though the hydrogen and the chloride basically just completely dissociate from one another. So what I want to do is I want to see if I can separate just the hydrogen ions out into a solution. Using what's known as a ion exchange membrane. So what ion exchange membranes do is essentially they prevent basically certain types of ions from crossing over it. So in that way, for example, you have Nafion, which I believe only allows positively charged ions to cross it. So if you pull across the membrane either using charge or if you run a current through it, or if you I think you can also use pressure. You could separate out ions. Again, just be an example of a what's known as a cation, that is a positively charged ion membrane, or cation resonance. I feel like this game is sort of designed for simple buttons, where you go through a level and practice it and figure out the best route and whatnot. And that isn't just an excuse, by the way. Yeah, I'm sure people who are familiar with some of the Warriorland games would agree that this is pretty reminiscent of some games in that series. Something where you could basically sort of charge up and start dashing. Oh boy. Nothing else at least would have been better than the last. Not that that's necessarily so much. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing any second runs anytime soon. Alright, let's fight the pepper that looks like an apple. These boss battles are, I guess, relatively reminiscent of Warrior Alien 4. And actually, so that dash attack is very much reminiscent of the dash attack, the Warrior's dash attack, I guess just, I guess Warrior things when they die aren't like, in general. This is one of the segments. It's just hard to hit him when he's vulnerable. Real captivating gameplay is then again, watching somebody fail repeatedly can be some of the fun of Let's Plays. Granted, I'm not one easily frustrated or rage, so I don't know how entertaining that would necessarily be. God, I've got one now. Okay, so it doesn't help that my model is blocked part of the screen where the statues come out. I blame my model. I would imagine we aren't going to spend the next hour doing this. Maybe the trick is to get farther away. This way I'm going to lose again without getting to the hard part. Nope. I didn't see that statue coming. The off chance somebody makes it thick of this, maybe we can add a death counter. I've played video games for decades. Look at how skilled I am. Oh, I almost had it. necessarily make a lot of games like they used to. Excuse me. I've recently read, or I guess not read is a strong word, but that I was sort of just going through them. Some Nintendo Power issues that have been archived. And I guess it makes me a bit sad and nostalgic back for the days when gaming journalists weren't widely known as corrupt and I'm phrasing that a bit oddly, because it seemed like, at least in my estimation, that Nintendo Power wrote it actually cared about video games as much as gaming journalists nowadays. Probably really only there for I say clown. Well, I say money. What is I mean, really, a lot of things. I think that a lot of people, I guess maybe even nerd comics in particular, have sort of been infiltrated by, well, normies. Which has resulted in pandering to the lowest common denominator. What is this? I assume that's something. Enemies spawn out of that? Doesn't look like it. there's something over here too. I guess that was something. Alright, I don't think I'm getting in there right now. It looks like it's more than just a simple to what's required. But as far as the, I mentioned the thing with the hydrogen ions, so the reason why, so like I said, I was talking about, say, hydrochloric acid. So there are other things, if there are other ions in there, like fluoride ion, that could cause different products to form than other than ethylene. And obviously I don't want that. So the idea would be to use the hydronium ions, have them be pure. The thing is, I'm not sure, you know, how stable how stable just what is essentially a pure solution pure, but a solution with a bunch of positively charged ions in there without anything to balance it out. So that could tend to be rather unstable. I could just imagine it, say, melting through the floor, like I see from Breaking Bad. It eats through the, where it eats through the tub. He just looks saying. Hydrochloric acid does, however, dissolve metal, rock, glass, ceramic. So there's that. I could just imagine me dissolving a hole to the floor in my parents' house. I'll be careful. Actually, I think. I mean, I guess if hydrochloric could dissolve glass, it's conceivable that just hydroxide ion, or not hydroxide, hydronium ions could heat through it. secret over here. And actually I am, aside from the hydronium, hydronium ions. Oh yeah, there's a secret over far enough. Even the bouncing and the grabbing of enemies is reminiscent of Mario Land. You bounce on enemies' heads and then you grab. Because I also kind of want, I have a different project. And I want to, so I've made some silica nanoparticles, and the process is basically how you make silica gel. And so I have some silica gel that I want to, well, dispose of. I'm trying, there was some mold growing on some of the silica, and so I'm trying to see if that mold can. What is that? It is just something. There's gotta be something else down there. So I'm wondering, so part of how it's made, silica gel is by reacting, or at least one way is by reacting, is using sodium hydroxide, not sodium, sodium silicate. And you can create sodium silicate under the right conditions with, say, sodium hydroxide or some other strong base, I believe. So I'm wondering if I did something similar to the what I want to do with the hydronium. Oh, I missed. Oh, forget it. I'm wondering if maybe that would be potent enough to potent enough to dissolve silica gel into sodium silica. Actually, would it be sodium silica? Maybe not. Basically, I'm wondering if the hydroxide are not ions enough to dissolve the silica gel. Because again, without that charge balancing, without any charge balance out, like sodium, I have to wonder how reactive it's going to be. Because normally you would have to heat the solution up pretty well. You need to get it up pretty high, I believe. In order to dissolve silica gel back into sodium silicate. I don't know if I'm above average for chemistry when it comes to biology. Biologists tend to be oftentimes kind of bad at chemistry and vice versa. At least in my experience. Mind you, you do have the odd person who is, you know, good at both. Controls do... They can be tricky, although that isn't to say... it's necessarily the game's fault, if you will, or whatever. It's just, I guess there might be a bit of a learning curve. No, oh wait, I think as far as indie games, I wanted to mention, there is Shovel Knight, which is I've been recommending that game to my supervisor. That one's reminiscent of... I don't know how commonly known it is that it seems like it was inspired by an old, I believe it was NES DuckTales game back before licensed games became just cash grabs. Specifically the Pogo Jump. So in that game, they actually remade the DuckTales game not too terribly long ago. How am I supposed to? How do I get it? Alright, sure. But yeah, I guess the main attack is Scrooge McDuck's Pogo. He uses game to Pogo Jump. Which I guess should be fairly obvious. Shovel Knight uses some fairly similar mechanics. Granted, it's more complex than that, of course, the relics and whatnot. I think my favorite campaign for that game was the Plague Knight campaign. And a fun part of that too is if you got all the, I think it was the cycle coins, and went to the travel pin, you could get an item known as the Pandemonium Chalice. Basically, every few seconds, your equipment changes, so your bombs, I don't remember, was it still called a relic? It might have been it might have been different. play tonight. The point was a bunch of glad all this stuff changing, and importantly, you could this also bypassed the max number of or so certain bombs had a maximum number, say 1 or 2 had to be on screen at the same time, but the Pandemonium Chalice bypassed this. You would have moments where you had, say, the cluster bomb, and you could toss 3 of them all on screen at the same time. And the cluster bomb was a powerful bomb that could hit enemies multiple times, so the bosses, but typically only 1 per unit at a time. But the Pandemonium Chalice bypassed this restriction, albeit only for a few seconds of time, I suppose, but it was still needed. My sister to play Echoes of System. She actually played and beat the original Legend of Zelda way back in the day. It's also conceivable maybe we could also play that. That would be a fun short game to play. Well, I say short, but I guess that is somewhat dependent on your skill level. And I mean, there are some, tough parts. I think level 6, for example, might be known for being difficult, but with all the difference. Alright, rubber banding goes. for bands too, that's the thing. It can be far away and then... I catch up. Come on. Okay, nope. Cutting it way too close on some of these. You know, for a while, so I was working with what I guess... Again, this is a home project. A material known as glass starch. So at work, let's start from the beginning, I guess. This might be the last level for tonight. I was at work, and my, I guess then supervisor, we were interested in encapsulating molecules, so I was working with what's known as, actually I'm not sure if I ever directly worked with it, it's just something we were just talking about, but it's this it's this molecule called a cyclodextrin. Cyclodextrin can be used to encapsulate molecules and solubilize them in water, so they can basically it's a way of dissolving molecules in water. So you could actually even conceivably use this to effectively dissolve oil in water, believe it or not. And this is actually how Febreze works, so it'll capture the scent molecules and then effectively so that way you can't smell them anymore. And let's see. Another place you could potentially find this is in dryer sheets. So dryer sheets, so they'll hold on to scent molecules until they're heated up. At which point they at which point they are released. But the point being, so I wound up interested in this type of molecule, and I happened upon a fairly similar molecule called highly branched cyclic dextrin. Which essentially does similar things. You can use it to dissolve molecules in water, which which would otherwise be how should I put this? I don't know. The point being, you could use it to get stuff like oil to dissolve in water. So I was working with this, and it had turned into this solid. It's turned from powder into a sort of solid kind of clay-like substance. I didn't originally know why. My supervisor sent me the link in regards to Last Start, and I thought that wasn't it, because I had tried putting some of this starch, the highly branched cyclodextrin. It's a starch, by the way. I think I forgot to mention that. I thought it wasn't just glass starch, because I had tried putting it in a humid environment. That is to say, I put it in my bathroom, I was showering, and it still looked, it didn't change. But I wound up doing some experiments, so I was extracting some molecules. I was doing an alcohol extraction to see if I could replicate. I thought it was some kind of maybe some kind of gas or something. Maybe some volatile compound that evaporates easily. And eventually, I guess maybe, I don't know if I'd say on a whim, I tried just putting water in it. And then lo and behold, it transformed into the glass form, which kind of disappointed in myself after that. Given that I feel like I should have I guess been more thorough in my experimentation. I guess I was kind of disappointed in myself as a scientist. What is with these chicken hooks? The Wario series is sort of known for, I guess, its bizarreness, although yeah, there's probably something about it bizarre. But in terms of menu games, I guess something, or an idea that I think would be kind of neat. There was, I guess in a similar vein, to the inspiration from Tales game. And actually, this is even another Disney game. I remember having this Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers game for the NES. And that was a fun game. It's hard to talk and play games at the same time, although there are some smart aleck would make a comment about am I really gaming? Which, to be fair, I feel like I would do that to somebody, including my sister, so... I guess the main mechanic for that game is you would pick up, say, boxes and whatnot, and you would throw them. And I'm perhaps not doing the game justice. I mean, it was a pretty solid game for its time. I guess I could see myself being interested in going back and playing it. At least on some level. Well, I missed that. Getting a P rank in all these levels is going to be nearly impossible. Also, you can hide in the boxes you would pick up. You could duck down, and if enemies walked into it, they would take damage. I remember one time I was playing the game. It's a two-player game. Well, I can't see anyway. But I remember I was playing it, my sister was playing it with me, and my brother was there. And my brother, at some point my sister ran out of lives. And my brother correctly predicted that I would beat the rest of the game without game overing. It was not... There was still a substantial amount of the game left. So, despite current evidence, I would consider myself to be pretty good at video games. I think part of the problem may have been this before is just talking and playing at the same time. These things even come I think perhaps that's where the Let's Player curse comes in, if you will. I think maybe this might sound a bit odd, but maybe just the intention is split between different parts of your brain or something. Going back, that doesn't cost me. I've proved in this game with the short time I've spent playing it. Got more of a feel for mechanics, I suppose. Curious. I don't know. Maybe you have to have combo from the beginning in order for the second run to be an option. Let's see. Or may. I could. Let me see if I can clear the boss before stopping for tonight. I feel like that would be a good place to start. Well, that went well, I would say. I don't think anybody is actually watching at the moment. But for any possible future viewers, again, I think I've actually said this last night too, but feel free to ask whatever science questions. I mean, there's no real guarantee on the answers. Same time, it's conceivable. From my No. Relentless. Oh, my phone is going off. You might be able to hear it. Well, maybe I won't be. We'll see. We'll see. Basically just directly hit me. Mine's like maybe a maybe an indie game might not be the best one to stream YouTube. I got closer or something, but then I'd run the risk of getting hit. Oh, as far as Shovel Knight goes, something I'm looking forward to is I'm looking forward to Nina the Howler, which is also by Yacht Club Games. It's been in development for a good few years now, and it sounds like it might be coming out relatively soon. I mean, maybe in how technical. Just, I could try being more patient, but then I run the risk of getting hit. Manage. Dude. How am I supposed to do that? Let's see if I can at least get that far again. obvious bootleg, but she wound up getting it off of Amazon. And she even complained. I think she got a refund. Yeah, there was some bizarre stuff on there. We're not quite up in the phase yet. Down my I don't know. How? I don't even know how I'm supposed to get hits in like that. I think I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. Because if I don't know how to beat that, there's not really much of a point. Alright, well, just remember to subscribe or I'll break your Nico kneecaps. Maybe I'll come up with a better way of working that out or something. But have a nice day. Bye.